I think it's day 6 and I have some good news and some bad news for you. So let's start with a good news. Finally, I am getting somewhere with my goals. I have just built and fitted my Overprop Algas. Here is the fit. Railguns I built myself. Afterburner is the drop from Varats. Warp Disruptor is the drop. Web I built myself, damage control built myself, DDAs the drop. Rigs I just finished building, ammo I built myself, Tech 2 drones I looted in Devon and Nagamanen, and the Tech 1 goblins I built myself. So technically this should be good enough to start some PvP in faction warfare, and just as a proof, every market transaction so far is with NPCs. I accidentally bought 75 rails and it turned out to be a player, so I had to trash it and buy the proper one from the NPC, and everything else, as you can see, is from NPCs. Unfortunately, there are a bunch of bad news as well. So first of all, the rigs that I need for this fit, bulkhead rigs, are a massive bottleneck, and it's actually the only bottleneck. As you can see, I have only one titanium bar and only 4 nanite compounds after I built these 3 rigs. So I will not be able to replace these algas at all. And I don't really know where to get them reliably. Maybe in some nullsec angel space there are relics where it's raining alloyed bars, I don't know. But I went to angel space and completed a couple of relics, and the number of this salvage just wasn't enough to be sustainable at all. So it looks like I need a change of plans. I completed this fit, but probably it will be my first and the last overprop algas, simply because I cannot replace it reliably, and I will need to replace it many times over, because I will lose it I think quite a few times with skills as suboptimal as mine currently. So I made an audit of every rig that I have, of every piece of salvage that I have, and try to figure out what rigs I can actually build reliably and in volumes. And it turns out that I can only build 3 types of rigs for now. Damage rigs, including hybrid damage rigs, the shield resist rigs, and exploration rigs. So exploration rigs are useful for my Imicus and scanning relics, but as for the PvP ships, I guess my only option is shield algas, and it would be micro-warp drive kiting shield algas, I think, because it's the only ship that I can pretty reliably replace. That I can build a bunch of rigs, a bunch of modules, and just start grinding PvP in it, but I will not be able to replace this one. So for the future I will need to buy a couple more blueprints that are needed to fully fit a shield algas, and most likely I will switch into that fit in the future for a while. And the second bottleneck is actually my skills. So I finally hit this skill bottleneck. I expected it to become an issue way earlier, but as it turns out, only now I actually need to spend my 1 million referral skill point bank. I also got a little bit more from daily quests air missions and so on, so I have almost 1.2, and I think I need skills up until this point at the minimum to use this algas. So I guess let's start splashing my skill points. I think it should be enough.
Skill training completed.
Because none
Skill
of these
training
skills are
completed.
actually take that many skill points.
Skill training completed.
It's just a super long trains because this character is an alpha.
Skill training completed.
But even in Omega you
Skill
would need
training
like
completed.
10 days before you actually can use Valgus.
Skill training completed.
So I assume it would become a bottleneck anyway,
Skill training completed.
regardless of whether you're Alpha or Omega.
Skill training completed.
Here is the only large skill. Come on. Yeah, that will take like 200,000.
Skill training completed.
But the rest should be pretty easy.
Skill training completed. Skill training completed.
And actually we'll have about
Skill training completed.
maybe 800,000 remaining at the end.
Skill training completed.
So it's actually pretty doable. Especially if you start as Omega. By now you will probably train a lot more skills than I did.
Skill training completed.
Because I kept the character in Alpha.
Skill training completed. Skill training completed. Skill training completed.
And I don't really need these three. So the only thing that remains is Tech to Drone skill. I can't buy it for now because it will be about 10 million ISK on the market, I think, and they only have 3. So I will need to do some belt riding, get some ISK, and buy this skill to use Tech to Drones. But other than that, I will let the rest train normally. I don't think it's that critical for this fit. And let's see what we have in terms of stats. So 140 DPS. I'm not sure if it's calculated from the Tech 2 drones or from the Tech 1 drones because I can't use Tech 1, Tech 2 yet. I think after I will train more skills, it will be like up to 160, 170 maybe, plus a little bit from the guns as well, about 50 or 60 DPS. Almost 7k HP, so that should be acceptable, and the rest looks like 1 minute of cap, that's acceptable as well. I will not run all the modules all the time. Like guns, for example, I will not need to shoot every time because it's only for situations when the guy is like directly within my web range. So that's acceptable. I think it should work. So we'll see how it goes. I will switch to Shield Algas anyway, but I will start with this one for now. And I hope that my next update will be from Faction Warfare already, but we will see how it goes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next videos.